Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Hendrika, Principal Horticulturist of Plant Visionz, and today we are going to be doing a aeroid video. Yes, just a little bit of direction for where this channel is going. Thank you for being here. If you have been a long-time subscriber of my channel, you would have probably noticed a lot of evolution of what it has been, doing my competitive eating stuff, to landscaping videos and whatnots, and orchid as well. So I'm going to be adjusting the content of this channel. I'm going to be focusing basically on gardening and plants that are non-orchid. If you like orchids, go and look at my other orchid channel called Once Upon an Orchid. The link is in the description below. And yeah, so all the orchid content will be in that channel, and this channel here will be focused on garden and plants that are not orchid related. So today what we're going to be doing is we're going to do a moss pole. I won't say moss pole, I'll just say it is a mesh pole planting of this Monstera UNO. Look how pretty this plant is. So this is a hybrid between Monstera albo. Okay, I cannot pronounce the Borixiana or something like that. Okay, forgive me if I say it wrong. I'm just struggling to pronounce that, and I've always struggled to pronounce that. Hybridized with Monstera andersonii, and this is done by Neil of Odd Spot Plant, and I'm very happy to be able to find one. So today I'm going to be transferring it from this pot here into this mesh ring and let it climb. Alright, so you probably have seen a lot of moss pole and stuff like that. I'm going to be using a different method. I'm going to be actually merging the concept of how I put orchids on this mesh pole onto aeroids as well. A lot of times people put aeroids on sphagnum moss because of the humidity and stuff like that, because it's grown indoors. For me, this plant will be grown outdoors or just under the balcony and not indoors, so it will still get regular watering. And the mix I will be showing you, it's my own mix, and if you like to get my mix, just email me or just DM me, especially if you're in Brisbane. I can deliver it, you can come pick it up. Yeah, if you're out of Brisbane, or out of Australia, it will be a bit hard. But yeah, but if you're in Brisbane, you want to get my all-in-one potting mix, which works for orchids and aeroids, hit me in the description or just email me and we can discuss. Basically, what we're going to do here is, this mesh ring. Probably you have seen a lot of videos about, how to make this mesh ring, so I shall not go into it. But if you want to learn my method of making this mesh ring, also comment and I will make a separate tutorial about it. It's not too difficult. Normally you count how many squares, you have in these mesh ring, and this one has got 21 squares or 22 squares, and I joined it up like not on the first square but on the second square. So in very simple terms, to transfer a climbing aeroid onto a mesh ring, to me it's very straightforward. You just need a pot. I prefer a deep pot because, as you can see from this cut division here, the roots has grown out at the bottom. So it means that it prefers a deeper pot rather than a shallow pot like this. We're just going to start converting it very simply. First thing I'm going to do is pull out the plant from this original pot. The media is quite fresh because this is a top cutting. This is about 6 months old, this cutting. So I'm a bit ruthless. Today no tools are required. We're just going to pull the plant out. You can tip the plant out too if you want. Be less brutal and not break any roots. So okay, I'm gonna just shake all the media out and tease out the plant. Yeah, okay. So as you can see, this is the root growth, which is very, very healthy. Otherwise, it wouldn't be growing so many new leaves. Then after this, we're going to get our pot. Put this aside. Okay. put this mesh pole in the center. I've managed to score some polystyrene squares, so I'm just gonna stuff it inside here. I know polystyrene is not the most environmentally friendly thing, but you know, hey, it was going into the bin, so I might as well just recycle it. And then this one, let's see whether it will fit. No, it's not going to fit, so I'm just going to save this for something else. So next up is to fill up the pot, okay, about halfway. So I'm going to be filling it up with my own potting mix. So I'm going to be filling this up about halfway. There. I think it's a little bit more than half, but 3/4. So next thing I'm going to do is to fit the plant, okay? See this, all these healthy roots here? I'm just going to let it squeeze the root ball and turn the plant, okay, to face the pole. I'm just really going to squeeze all the root mass inside here. Okay. It's okay, they're plants. Their roots can handle a little bit of manhandling or woman handling. Okay, so there you have it. And then the existing media, don't waste it. I would just sprinkle it to fill up. Here. Okay, like so. Then the next thing we're going to do is get twist ties. Okay, these are twist ties. You can see that this root here, I like to push it in so that it will, you know, you can see the root here. I'm going to twist the plant so that both roots, this root and this root, gets connected to the ring. Okay, so that the plant or the roots of the plant will go into the media. I take normal twist tie. I won't push it right where the root is. I'm putting it below the internode space. So basically what I'll do is to hook the thing a little bit so it goes through the mesh a little bit easier. There you go. Okay. And then you just give it tight, close to the mesh as possible. Not too tight, but it's okay. The stems here, okay, do not expand very much. So, but tight, but not too tight, like constricts the growth. 1 and 2, and that's it. What I can do, if you want, you can actually put this close, but this bottom root over here, okay, will do what it wants to do, and pretty much that's it. The root is inside here. Okay, it's got contact, and yeah, I think we're good. So I'll fill it up a bit more. And then what we're going to do is to fill up the pole with the media as well. So it can get quite messy. So I'm going to do is fill it up to about here where it touches the root. So as it grows, then I'll slowly fill it up. Okay, so it's now reached where this root is. Okay, if I wanted to, I could twist it a little bit more, but it's not needed because this little root will definitely reach for the media inside here and grow in. So now all we have to do is give it a little bit of water, and then water the media here a little bit, and this is it. So what happens is that we want this plant, okay, you can get it to grow straight, or I was hoping that, get it to grow full round. But if it doesn't, when it grows a little bit like double in height, the cool thing about this is if it grows it, I know like if I get a couple more nodes, I can cut some of the leads off and then push the leads into the sides, and then I will really have a complete, instead of just one side, I have a complete tower. How pretty would that be? I'm going to place this Uno here in this spot next to my Jessica. If you haven't seen what's so special about this Jessica, okay, go into my shorts description below as well. This is really a very special find. So now back to the Uno. This Uno is going to sit here next to my Jessica, and it doesn't get any hot direct sun. My aim is as it grows a little bit taller, I can cut maybe about here. I'm going to cut it and start pushing it, some divisions to the side, and grow it all around until the end. How exciting would that be? So thank you everyone for watching this episode. If you have enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up. If you want to follow along more on the journey of this Monstera UNO, click a subscribe. I've got a lot more plant content coming up. So I'm signing off for now, and see you at the next video. Bye for now.